welcome to my channel. My name is Angela and this is My Precious Yarnery. Today we're going to learn how to do the top I'm wearing. So I'm going to go through how I measured it and I'm going to tell you how to do it because this is custom. And you got to make two panels the exact same. So this is the top. It is so cute. I will go through the yarn with you in a minute. Now, to get the top the size, this is about a large. So you have to figure out what stitches you need and how many chains and all that. So how I measured it, I went from here to here with my chain. Now, if you're bigger up here, you go right in the middle from this side to this side from your chains. How many chains? You need an even number of chains. And then I do the trim. I work from the bottom up for this. So I did the trim. And then I did the main stitch. Now, I don't know what it's called, but it probably has a name. So I measured from here, just above my tatas. And then I measured when I did the mesh stitch to the top of my shoulders, from here to the top of my shoulders. And then I did a single crochet trim around the neck after I got it put together, 2 single crochets around the sleeve, and 3 at the bottom. Now, that's how you measure. Now, everybody's different. Everybody will have a different measurement. Just remember, it has to have even number chains. The yarn I used my yarn for this, by hand-dyed yarn. This is called Marshmallow Delight. It's 100% Pima cotton. It's DK weight, 100 grams, 200 meters, and 220 yards approximately. I used about 2.5 skeins for this top. So, yeah. So remember, you have to do 2 panels. The measurements is all up to you. You can make it as big, as small. This is good for kids, adults. You can make it longer if you want. You can make it shorter. Now remember, you go across with your chain, how many you need, and then you do your trim, and then you go up as with the main one to above your tatas, and then you measure your mesh stitch to the top of your shoulders, and then you just sew it from on your top of your shoulders to each side. I hope you all have fun. Now, also what I'm going to do in the description box is write down how many rows I did for my top, how many chains I did, and how many rows. So it'll be all in the description box. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everyone. Okay, so after you get how many stitches you need, chain you need, now you need any even number. I'm doing about a large size, so I did 80 chains, and you need to make 2 panels the exact same. So I got my 80 chains. In the second chain from the hook, I'm going to do half double crochets. Now I always turn and work in the back loop, or you can work in your V's, whatever you find is comfortable. So I'm just going to do half double crochets for this first row. And that's it. I will meet you at the end. Okay, so I have one more stitch left. So we're going to start doing the trim. Now we're working from the bottom up for this. So you're going to chain 1, turn your work, and the first stitch right there, you're going to do a half double crochet. So then we're going to work front loops and back loop double crochets. So first one we're going to do a front loop double crochet, and then we're going to go in the back, and it's alternating from front to back. And you're going to do this all the way along. Now, if you don't know how to do these stitches, just there's other creators that will show you. Just look it up and it will, you'll find a lot of people that will do these stitches. Okay, keep going all the way across, front loop, back loop, double crochets. Okay, so I made it all the way to the end. My last stitch will get just a half double crochet, not front loop or back loop, back post, front post. I think I said loop through the whole thing, and it's a back post or a front post, guys. This one just gets a regular half double crochet, chain one and turn, and also your first stitch. So your very first stitch and your last stitch, always for these rows are regular, go right into the stitch, not the back post or front post. Okay, so I'm going to do a total of 5 rows of this trim. Now I already got 1, so I have 4 more. So now you can see, I got to try and keep it in the frame. I'm very sorry. Now you can see exactly what comes. So it's back post there, front post, back post, front post. And do that all the way down. I'm going to do 5 rows of these in total. And I won't forget that the last loop is a half double crochet. The last stitch is a half double crochet into your stitch. And then when I chain one and turn, it will be into the stitch a half double crochet. So when I get done my 5 rows, I will be back. Okay, so I'm at the end of the row, and this is what it looks like. So your next row, let me get my last stitch in. I'm going to chain one and turn. Now this next row, I just want to do half double crochets in every stitch. Oh, make it a little bit better. So half double crochets in every stitch, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. Okay, so I made it all the way down with half double crochets. My last stitch will be a half double crochet, chain one, and then I'm going to turn. In that first stitch right there, I'm going to do a half double crochet. And then I'm going to skip one. I'm going to skip this one, do a single crochet in the next stitch, and a half double crochet in the same stitch. And a skip one, single crochet, and then a half double in the same stitch. And skip one, single crochet, and half double. And do that until you hit the end, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so I made it all the way across, and I have 2 stitches left. In the last stitch, I'm just going to do a half double crochet. And then I'm going to chain one, turn my work, and then this will be your repeat row. I will be doing 40 rows. Now you can do as many as you need, or yeah. So the first one, your last stitch and your first stitch will be a half double crochet. And then you're going to skip one, and you can see right in here your little holes that you're going to be working in, but it's always skip one, half double crochet in this one, skip one, half double crochet. But if you put it this way, you'll see it right in those. It's in your single crochets. These are the stitches you're working for this stitch. So you do a single crochet and then a half double crochet. And that's it for this row. This is your pattern. And I'll meet you at the end of the row to show you how to start and then start your row again. Okay, so for my last second last stitch actually, I do my single crochet and half double, and then my last stitch gets a half double crochet. And then I chain one, turn my work, and then a half double crochet in that first stitch. And then I just keep going with my pattern. With the right in that slot there, you do a single crochet, half double, skip one, single crochet, half double. And I'll be back after I hit my rows, get my 40 rows done. Okay, so I'm on my last stitch. I got 40 rows done of the main stitch. I'm going to chain one and turn. Now for this row, it's just half double crochets all the way along in every stitch. So when you get that, I'll meet you at the end of this row. Okay, so I have my row done of half double crochets except for the last stitch. So I'm going to do my last stitch. I'm going to chain two and turn my work. Now in that first stitch, I'm going to do a double crochet. Chain one, skip one, and a double crochet. Chain one, skip one, and another double crochet. And you're going to do this until you hit the end of the row, and I'll meet you back there. I'll meet you at the end of the row. Okay, so I'm at the end. I have one stitch left. I'm going to put a double crochet in there. I didn't chain one, so the last two will have didn't chain one, the last two will have two double crochets in each stitch, but no chain. So then I'm going to chain two again. And I'm going to do a double crochet in the first stitch and a double crochet in the next stitch. Chain one, skip the space and put a double crochet in the next stitch. Chain one and then a double crochet. And do this all the way along, and I'll meet you at the end to show you how to end the row and start a row again. Okay, so this row, I did my second last stitch. I'm going to chain one and go into my last stitch and do a double crochet, chain two, and turn. So this side will be, when I start again, I'll be doing a double crochet, chain one, double crochet. But your other side, just to keep your stitch count right, and I mean, it's not going to hurt the shirt or anything, and I just put two double crochets together instead of the chain one. It's fine. It'll all work out. It'll look good. So that's all you do. So remember, the one row, you'll have two double crochets, and then the one row will have one double crochet, chain one. So in the first stitch, you do a double crochet, chain one, in the next stitch, another double crochet. And I'm going to do that all the way along for 9 rows. But you do what you need to do. Remember, it's to your body measurements. And yeah, so I'll be back after I get 9 rows done. Okay, so I made it all the way over. I got my 9 rows of the mesh stitch. I'm going to chain one and turn. Now I'm going to do 1 row of half double crochets. That's it, half double crochets in every stitch. So there's those 2 stitches, and I'm going to do a half double crochet in that space where the chain space is. So half double crochet in the stitch, half double crochet in the chain space. Do that all the way along, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. Okay, so I made it all the way to the end. I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. And then in the first stitch, I am going to do a half double crochet. So this row will be front post, then back post, half double crochets. We're only going to do 1 row. Well, you can do more if you'd like, but I'm only going to do 1 row. Alternate them as you go down the row. And when you're at the end of this row, I will meet you back. Okay, so I made it all the way down. I have 1 stitch left. And that last stitch, I'm going to just put in the stitch, I'm going to put a half double crochet. And then I'm going to chain 1 and turn. Now this is the last row for your panel. I'm going to do a row of half double crochets. Start in the first stitch, so 1 row of half double crochets. All the way down, and that'll be it for this panel. Now make 2 panels, and then I'll meet you back to show you how to put it together. So a row, all you're doing here is a row of half double crochets all the way down, and I'll meet you back to show you how I put mine together. Okay, so I have it all sewn together. Now I'm going to attach my yarn to my hook, and I'm going to do a standing single crochet. Now you can attach your yarn any way you want, and I'm going to attach right where the seam is. So just a standing single crochet, or just attach your yarn any way you want. And I'm going to do a row of single crochets around my neckline. Just 1 row. So when you get done that, attach, and I'll meet you when you're right here. Okay, so I made it all the way around. Now in that first stitch, I'm going to attach my yarn, do a slip stitch, chain 1, and I'm going to cut my yarn. Pull through. Oh, 1 sec. Okay, so now we got that done. We're going to do the sleeves now. I'm going to attach my yarn. I'm going to attach it where the seam is. Now I'm going to do a standing single crochet again, but you can attach it any way you like it. And this one's a little different, so I'm going to do single crochets all the way around. And just set them evenly as you can. So single crochets all the way around, and I will meet you at the end. So I made it all the way around. I'm going to attach my yarn, chain 1, and turn. And then I'm going to do another row of single crochets. Start in that first loop. And then I'm going to go all the way around with single crochets. All together, I'm going to do 3 rows of this. So after I get done this row, I'm going to attach it, turn it again, and do another row of single crochets. Then I'm going to slip stitch to join, chain 1, and cut my yarn. And then I'm going to do the other sleeve. I will meet you back here when you're done both sleeves. Okay, I have the sleeves completely done now, both sides. Now this one is optional. You don't have, well, the whole thing is optional actually, but I am going to, at the bottom, do 3 rows of single crochets, the same as the sleeves. I know we already got our trim here, but I want to do another 3 rows of just single crochets. So it's the same as the arms. I'm going to attach it. The way I want to attach it is by a standing single crochet. You can attach it anywhere you want, and I'm attached it at the seams, so there's a couple of stitches here that, you know, maybe be a little bit tougher to add. And then because I worked when I did the chain, I worked from the bottom, the loop. I turned it over and used the bottom loop. I can see where to put my stitches. And I'm just going to work all the way around, do 3 rows of single crochets, the same as I did the sleeves. And after that, you cut your yarn, attach it, cut your yarn, chain 1, you know, and then sew in your ends and your top's done. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, everyone. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.